Understanding software libraries. A software library is a collection of pre-written code that developers can use to simplify their work. Think of it as a toolkit filled with tools, functions, classes, methods, etc. that you can use to build your software without starting from scratch. Software libraries contain code that has been tested, optimized, and is often reusable across different projects. Components of a software library. 1. Functions and methods. Libraries contain functions and methods that perform specific tasks. For example, a math library might have functions for calculating the square root or trigonometric operations. 2. Classes and objects. Libraries may include classes, which are blueprints for creating objects in object-oriented programming. For instance, a graphics library might have a shape class that can be used to create different shapes like circles or rectangles. 3. Modules and packages. Libraries are often organized into modules or packages, which group related functions, classes, and other components together. This makes it easier to find and use the code you need. Documentation. A good software library comes with documentation that explains how to use its various components. This can include examples, descriptions of functions and classes, and guidance on best practices. Benefits of using software libraries. Time saving. Libraries save developers time by providing ready-made solutions. Instead of writing code from scratch, you can use functions or classes from a library that already do what you need. Reliability. Libraries are usually well tested and widely used, which means they are likely to be more reliable and bug-free compared to new code written from scratch. Consistency. Using a library ensures that your code follows established patterns and practices, leading to more consistent and maintainable code. Community support. Popular libraries often have large communities of users and contributors who can offer support, tutorials, and updates. Types of software libraries. Standard libraries. These come with programming languages and provide basic functionalities. For example, Python Standard Library includes modules for file handling, math operations, and networking. Third-party libraries. These are created by developers or organizations outside of the core development team of a programming language. For example, TensorFlow is a third-party library in Python used for machine learning. Custom libraries. These are libraries created by individual developers or organizations to meet specific needs. For example, a company might develop a custom library to handle its unique data processing requirements. How to use a software library. To use a software library, you typically need to import it into your code. For example, in Python, you might import the math library using the following code, Python import math. Once imported, you can use its functions like this. Python result math masks 25 print result. Output will be 5.0. Real-life example. Web development. In web development, libraries like jQuery are widely used to simplify JavaScript coding. jQuery provides a set of functions that make it easier to manipulate HTML documents, handle events, and perform animations. For example, instead of writing complex JavaScript code to select elements on a web page, you can use jQuery's simple syntax. JavaScript, document, ready, function, p-click function, this, hide. This code uses jQuery to hide a paragraph when it's clicked, something that would take more lines of code in plain JavaScript. Associated concepts. APIs, application programming interfaces. Libraries often expose their functionalities through APIs, which define how different software components should interact. When you use a library, you're typically calling its API. Frameworks. A framework is like a more extensive library. It provides a skeleton or structure for your application, and you build on top of it. For example, Django is a Python framework for web development that includes libraries for handling databases, user authentication, and more. Dependencies. When a project relies on a library, that library becomes a dependency. Managing dependencies is crucial to ensure that your project works correctly across different environments. Tools like NPM for JavaScript and pip for Python are used to manage these dependencies. Versioning. Libraries often evolve over time, with new versions being released that add features, fix bugs, or improve performance. Versioning helps developers keep track of which version of a library they're using, ensuring compatibility with their code. Hash conclusion. Software libraries are powerful tools that help developers write code more efficiently, reliably, and consistently. They range from standard libraries included with programming languages to specialized third-party libraries that address specific needs. By understanding and using software libraries effectively, developers can save time, avoid errors, and build more robust applications. Whether you're working on web development, data analysis, or machine learning, there's likely a library out there that can help you achieve your goals more quickly and effectively.